We're at the Bonaventure,
Bonneville.
no, Bonaventure
Oh, okay.
Cemetery.
Okay.
Are you online? Bonneville's a car. This is a cemetery. A lot of people out today.
All right.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Kyle. The dude you can count on.
Okay. Let's go this way.
Kyle. Hope you had a good Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, well, you had a wonderful Christmas.
Yeah, that's the flag. That's
Mm-hmm.
the one you pointed at earlier?
No, they have multiple ones here.
Oh, okay, because I remember you pointed at one there. But let me see here. See? Colonials at Bonaventure.
Okay. Not bad.
Georgia was the last of the 13 colonies settled in 1733. It was a time of trial and hardship and called for person bold in spirit, men and women. This has been placed in this hollow ground at Bonaventure. Wow,
Well, okie dokie.
pretty interesting. All right, let's check these behind the fence right here.
Okay.
Let's see what these are because they have names on them, like this one here,
Mm-hmm.
Peter.
Lavelle.
Where?
Over there.
That one says Wiltoberger. This is J&M B. Lavelle. That is cool. 1827.
To 1875.
That's your birthday, right? The 23rd?
27.
Ah, I always get it mixed up. You have those numbers that are towards the end of the month. Let's check out this dude because anytime you see something,
You want to finish the statement? Anytime you see something, something what?
anytime you see us like that,
Oh.
Peter Wiltenberger. I was trying to read that word, perpetuity. I was just curious what that means. But anytime you see something like that, it definitely means some kind of history. He has here.
Born in 1791, died in 1863.
Wow. And it looks like he was a soldier. Alrighty. How about this one over here to the right? If it's a little windy, sorry guys, a little breezy today. I wonder what that word means. Perpetuity? Was that the same word over there?
Mm-hmm.
See if you can find out what that word means. 1815 Grand Lodge of Georgia. Pass Grand Master. says George Jones of Wormslow, Judge of the Superior Court of Georgia, Senator of the United States. This guy was a senator, and his daughter are in here. Wow. That feels cool. Oh, wow. Look at this one, baby. Merry Christmas, Julie. 1805. Noble Wimberley Jones. He was born in England, came over with General Oglethorpe in the year 1733, first settlement of this state. He served as a cadet officer. He fought the Spaniards and Indians. Huh. He was a physician, a Christian.
All right, it means a bond or other security with no fixed maturity date. That's one. The other one is a restriction making an estate inalienable perpetually for a period beyond certain limits fixed by law. A state or equality of lasting forever.
So it's like a meaning there.
Yeah. Military rule.
Okay, so then this, yeah, well, he was in the military. That guy over there was in the military.
That explains that.
That does explain that. Beautiful day out. It's warming up. Alrighty. Let me see that little Ghostbusters. Well, I could have got it. Julie's on here.
Hi, Julie. Merry Christmas, love.
Do you have a hangover, Julie? Did you get a hangover from those shots last night?
Just drink plenty of coffee. You'll be all right.
I don't know. I remember one time when I was young, I drank, and the next day I had a cup of water,
Oh, that'll make you
and I
drunk all
just
over again.
vomited all over the
Yeah.
place. Then I remember another time I ate eggs, and I let it go. Okay. These are pretty cool. No hangover. Damn.
She's good.
Hell yeah. Let's see here. You alright, BB?
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
Alright. Do you have extra batteries for this on you?
No. Those are in the
These,
hotel. Is it dead?
No, but the battery did go down a bar.
Oh, well, one bar.
We've been
right
getting
there.
good use out of it. Alright, right now, it's nothing.
It'll be all right.
This cemetery here holds Gracie, a child that had passed away, a very popular child.
Mm-hmm.
She was up till 5 a.m.
You go,
Alrighty.
girl.
And then the Mercers
Yep.
from the movie
Good and evil in the
at
garden.
the
Garden
right,
of good and evil.
Midnight at the Garden of Good and Evil.
Okay.
I think that's what I had seen. But yeah, you're right. The Garden of Good and Evil. 1848 to 1888. So this, and it holds a lot of other people here that are famous
Yeah.
from the thing. Let's check that one out over there. A lot of people come here. There's a lot of tours here, and people just walking their dogs or just walking, sightseeing. That's pretty cool. Like over time. And then that's just an urn. Noble Hardy, born in Camden County, Georgia. Died in 1805 at Richfield Springs, New York, September 10th. Oh, she says she couldn't sleep.
Oh, I hate those nights.
Yeah. No matter what you do, you just couldn't sleep. Here goes another one that has the Perpetua. That's beautiful. I wonder if they're buried inside that. They got to be, right?
Well, yeah. Her body could be put in there.
Or the casket, you know what I'm saying? Like, just curious if they're, hey, have it. Yeah, I know we have a Camden County. It's amazing that, streets are so repetitive. Counties are so, like we went to Lakeland, a city in Georgia, and Kyle was saying there was a Polk County somewhere.
There's one in Tennessee.
Yeah. But it's just amazing that back then I guess they didn't have much to expand on in words, you know what I'm saying?
It's just where they picked Polk County and Lakeland and...
Yeah, it was just something to do with whatever was going on in the time of their thing. Look at these shells here. Let's see if those are kids. Yeah, a lot of perpetuaries. Okay, yep, look at that. Okay. Here's an example. See what a sleeping angel means.
All right.
Because I took a picture of it. And we're going to learn about these angels. Because you got to be careful. 1871 to 1873. Was that 2-3 years old? Let me see here. If there's any blue. No names. All it says is our babies. So it's 2 of them. Paulison. So I don't know if they're boys or girls. Kind of look like girl things. Anybody here? You guys sleeping? Did you see it in the pictures? What a sleeping angel means?
Well, I don't see anything about a sleeping angel is indicated of a loved one who has passed away.
Okay.
And with them being children. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what a sleeping angel means. That a loved one has passed away. Yeah, there's always Orange County. Everywhere. So that's one meaning. This was 71 to 73. 2 years old?
Yes.
All right. So nothing there. No blue light.
And And it looks like they may have been twins.
Yeah, it's definitely two because it says our babies,
Yeah.
but no light or nothing. So maybe at that
Well, I mean,
age,
back in the day, they lost so many children.
right? But I'm just saying maybe no blue light because at that age, a spirit is automatically taken up.
Yeah. Usually the child is,
Yeah, like
unless it's for some unforeseen
reason and
devastation.
stuff. But yeah, back then a lot of kids were dying young.
I don't know if it was in this cemetery or another one that the one family lost child after child after child. I think they buried like 5 children. They didn't even live to be a year old.
And I think the one that might have
I
been in
couldn't.
Key West because we went to one cemetery where they bury their animals with them. Remember that one? They
Yeah.
buried the family, and it was like a chicken and a goat or dog, and this is where near Gracie is. Gracie is by section E.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. All right, let's see what this angel is because and if it's windy, we're sorry. Okay. What do you think that angel is doing? Is that an angel that's looking down? Or is that a weeping angel?
She's not weeping.
Okay. Possible looking down? Because the weeping angel, you have to be careful. In some places, they say the weeping angel does one thing, but in other things, it says if you touch the weeping angel, it'll relive that soul back into time. So, whatever period in that soul's life that was horrible, it'll keep taking that soul back into time.
All right, this one here, because she's dropping flowers or petals.
Oh, okay. Yep.
All
That's what
right.
she's doing.
Okay, so an angel who drops flowers or petals is symbolizes the spreading of blessings.
Okay, so that's what that one's doing. So that's a spreading of blessings, that angel.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why people put angels there is because we all believe that we have a guardian angel.
Mm-hmm.
So between the human life and the spiritual life,
We're protected.
by your angel.
Yes.
So.
Mm-hmm.
All right. See if we got anything going on here. I got a little warmness there, but let me make sure it's not because just want to make sure. BB, I got to address. There's a message there for you, BB.
Yeah, I see. Do what you got to do, Julie.
All right, that's just a red.
Yeah.
I don't want, I mean, it possibly sun, but could be because I'm in the sun. I'll see again. Yeah, it could be the sun. Now that's different when there's nothing there. Red. I'm going to say the red here is possibly sun. Now if that sucker went blue, no, that's a ghost. or a spirit, but this is basically, I'm going to chalk it up to the sun right now. Unless, like I said, it went blue. I just gotta want to make sure I predict these things correctly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't want to give false readings, and if we do give a false reading, I'd rather be wrong at a reading, saying that it didn't happen, than saying that something did happen. All right, there's another angel over there, BB.
I'm going.
Look at this one. Wow. Now I'm in the shade, and it's windy. Is anybody here? Okay. This looks like a baby one. Is anybody here? Does anyone just... All right. Can someone give me a blue just to let me know that you're here? All right. This is an angel that's...
For blessings, she's dropping flowers. She's
Another one?
Flowers, yes.
Okay. Got another angel dropping flowers. And you can see right there in that hand. That's how you can tell. And that's for blessings there. Let me see here. And they were a Confederate soldier. Okay. Did you want to go to the soldiers over there first?
Yeah, let's go.
FASS 1874, 4 burials. Whatever that means. And this one here, what did you say it was, BB? The
I don't remember.
soldiers from Tybee Island? Alrighty. Sacred to the memory and the veterans of World Wars, Chatham, Savannah, Post, American Legion, Tybee Island, Post 154. They serve for God and country to provide peace and goodwill. Yeah. So you have Post 154 and those other 2 posts are in here. Let's see what we got going on. And anyone who doesn't know, the rocks
Anything left on the gravestone.
just means, like, out of respect. It's supposed to mean, one can mean out of respect, and I think that's what the pennies are. Then there's another one that means you knew the person. And then there's another one that means you fought beside the person.
Right, depending on how the coin is flipped.
Right, like think like a quarter or something like that means you
Serve with that person.
yeah, you served with that person when they died and stuff. But this one here was missing in action.
All the wars.
Yeah, so that's the memory of all the veterans. missing in America and all the wars. And you see that. See the quarters there?
Yep.
So even though they don't know, but someone served with someone that was missing
Yep.
in all the wars. And that's one thing, like if you take that quarter home with you or whatever,
You take anything out of a graveyard. You ask.
you ain't got to worry about it.
You asking for trouble.
All right, let's see if we got anybody here. Is there anyone here today that just wants to stand beside us? You can feel safe. Here's a vault unknown. That's an available space, but this is a vault unknown. Is there anybody here that they don't know is guarding his spot or his vault? Don't be scared. All right, hang on. I think the volume's not working on that one.
While you do that, I gotta get my jacket.
You're getting cold?
Yeah.
All right, BB's getting cold. Is there anybody here? Let me try this on and off reset. Are you here guarding your vault? Do you feel unsafe? You can stand next to us and feel safe. We're right here. Okay. Nope, hit on there. Another thing I learned today about the Midnight Garden of Good and Evil, and you guys love this, is that there was hoodoo priest. Not voodoo. Hoodoo, H-O-O-D-O. And they were from Africa. So the first ones that were here were African Americans, and then from here on out will be American Africans. But the hoodoo priests in Africa, is Africa a continent or a country?
Well, it is a continent and it is a country.
Well, on the left side, which is the west side of Africa, they were practicing these hoodoo. Like I said, it starts with an H. These hoodoo priests, and they were priests. They practiced root stuff. Well, when they were here in the United States, on the East Coast, all the way from Miami or Key West, all the way up to maybe Canada, the hoodoo practice was in effect, especially here in Bonaventure Cemetery, and a lot of cemeteries. And the hoodoo priests are hard to find where they're buried at, because they don't, I think some guy found like one or two, but there was one in here that she was popular in the time of the Midnight of Good and Evil. And you know why they called a cemetery the Garden of Good and Evil? It's because from 11 o'clock or 11:30 to midnight
It's good.
is good. From 12 a.m. to 12:30 is when evil would come out. And these hoodoo priests would come out here. And that's when they would talk to the spirits. Merry Christmas, Donald. And I just learned that today. That was crazy. So now I know why a hoodoo priest, or why they say the Garden of Good and Evil, was never, they never used the word cemetery. That's what they would use.
Well,
the Garden of Good and Evil. Because you remember, we're planting our bodies and our spirits are growing. But that's just a little fact there that I learned
Go this way.
today. Someone said Merry Christmas, I think. Donald.
Merry Christmas, Donald.
Do you see it? Donald L. Towns. But yeah. So I'm going to see if we can find some hoodoo priests in Florida. But one guy was even saying that even on that Find a Grave.
You're not going to find them.
No, that they'll be shown on there, but they're not at that spot. Like
Well, yeah.
Because the soil around them, depending how powerful the hoodoo priest is, it could be male or female, the soil around it is very strong, like spiritually. And in the movie, she came here to speak to a hoodoo priest, but he's not buried here. Sarah Fitzpatrick
Hi, Sarah.
says Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right, let's show this one here real quick, and then I'll follow you. I always like it when they do that stuff here with the pictures. 2011. And 2001. Look at that, Up Church. That's cool. With the pianos. All right, BB. I follow you. Any fun facts you know about or facts that you know about cemeteries or?
Right now, I'm on a mission to find that damn bell.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Even these flowers that are planted, not necessarily by the family, but by the cemetery, I still would not take anything from a graveyard.
Right.
If you do, you may be opening up a can of kick-ass or whoop-ass.
I remember when I was young, I had pennies or change saved in a box, and I was going to bury it in my backyard in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother caught me. She was like, "What you going to do with those?" And I was like, "I'm going to go bury it." And she said that if I was to bury that box of coins, that my soul would be right there where the money is. Like your soul will not leave. So that really scared the heck out of me. And if you think about it, pirates, when they lost their treasures and people find their treasures, what do you always hear about? You always hear
bad luck.
That, right, and their souls, or it's haunted, or whatever. So that was another thing that I had learned too, that you don't go burying money.
And it's crazy because, back in the day, a lot of people buried money in their backyard in mason jars, tin cans.
Yeah. I mean, even hiding money in the wall of your house and you pass away without no one knowing about it, your soul will stay there because you left that there. That's what I'm saying. You see, this is 9 burials here. But they don't know, other than they're saying the Turner Hill. Let me see what we got going on here. Is there anybody here? Alrighty.
Guess not.
Well, we got a blue hit right here. Okay. Don't be afraid. Feel safe. Come back. You don't have to make the noise on the machine. Just turn the light on. Are you connected to BB right now?
No.
Did you just pass by to say hi?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, if you want to join us, you're more than welcome to. We're going to walk slow.
Not like BB can run around.
We're sore from walking all around. Oh, here's another blue one. Come on. You can come with us.
We'll take a stroll together.
Yes. There's some souls walking around here today. But you have a lot of people around. Like that right there is a golf cart tour.
Yeah.
Here we go, right in here. Okay. You're good. Let me see. Are you trying to direct me this way? I am God. Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
Right here. Okay, you don't have to make noise. You could just go blue. You feel safe with us.
Children.
Children here?
There is babies.
Okay, you can feel safe. I'm not going to turn the speech on yet. Do you want to walk with us? See, when I... All right. Right towards that one there.
The youngest son of John F. and Elizabeth Train.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's hitting blue here. Okay.
All right, let's go down here a little bit.
Because baby Gracie should be around here too.
Yeah. Yes, we are live. I am God.
No, they are alive.
Oh.
Maybe you don't believe in spirits, but you never know. Because we didn't trigger that blue, and it's friggin' hot. It's supposed to be 75 today. Now that first one where the light turned red, that I was in the sun,
Yeah, I think that could have been the sun, though.
that I think that might have been the sun, because now the sun is going behind the clouds. So I would venture to that.
Let's come over here. This is the sections. Please be respectful and do not enter.
So that's what I'm saying. These people are popular, the sextons.
All right.
Let's see here. Let me get a sweep. Okay. I gotta turn the speaker on.
It looks like a sword on top of one of those Confederate.
And the flowers.
Yeah, draping down. And a child.
Is there anybody here from the Sexton family? All right, hang on. Let me try to change the speed because
Well, thank you, I am God. I'm glad to know you watch all of our videos. Thank you.
sometimes you gotta change the speed here. Is there anybody here from the Sexton family? Yeah, radio interference there. That'll be hard to decipher if someone did say something.
Yeah,
But
we'll wait until after they leave.
I'm gonna say that there's too much radio. And it's crazy because we're out here in the boonies to have radio interference. I seen an angel over there,
Where? Yeah, I did
right
too.
there, but that I don't. You think that's
That's not
grace? All right, we got a blue hit right here. Okay,
You said angel and we got a hit.
yeah. And I shut it off and it came back on. Let's go over there and see if that's Gracie. Yeah, that's Gracie. And if you want to read the story that I took a picture of her story.
Okay.
This is baby Gracie. I love the crosses laying down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see if baby Gracie is here. Oh, the story's right here too if you want to.
Right.
That's Gracie.
Hold on, let me get to it.
Okay. All right, Gracie. If you're here, let us know. Are you out here running and playing?
Oh, that's
Samuel Richard? Okay. I'll ask about it when let me see when we get further into the cemetery because there's a lot of radio interference.
okay. Little Gracie. Little Gracie Watson was born in 1863, the only child of her parents. Her father was the manager of the Pulaski House, one of Savannah's leading hotels, where the beautiful and charming little girl was a favorite with the guests. 2 days before Easter in April of 1889, Gracie
She's
died
here.
of pneumonia at the age of 6. In 1890,
She's
when
here.
the when the rising sculpture John Waltz removed
And she
to
feels
Savannah,
safe.
he carved from a photograph the life-size delicately detailed marble statue, which for almost a century has captured the
Don't be scared,
interest
Gracie. We're your friends.
of all passerbys.
See, there's a group coming.
Yeah.
But she thinks she got silent there. She's here.
Yes.
Don't be scared, Gracie. You just have to turn the blue light on. Now, I am God. Is your dad buried here? Yeah, you got people coming. Okay, come on.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's go back that way.
they scared him away again. But how about that angel?
This
Now, that angel has the leaf, the flowers
well,
again.
it's that,
But it's
and
looking down.
it's hotel management, if you will, of Pulaski House.
This is an angel looking down, guys.
Right before Easter.
And this is what this means.
They took a portrait of little Gracie, gave it to Carl Walls, who did a lot of our marble work all around Savannah, and did this life-size statue of little Gracie. Okay. Now, if you were here in the cemetery 20 years ago, there would have been no fence, there would have been no shrubbery, there would have just been this beautiful grassy area with the marker here explaining her history and little Gracie.
Did you find it?
And I'm going. Right around the corner.
There should be one where it has like a bunch of
Yeah, but there's coins and flowers in her lap. But look at her hands, and you see that her right hand is resting on a tree trunk cut short with the ivy coming up around it. So because she's not reaching up.
No, but she's looking down.
And the ivy is right. It doesn't say anything about the whole. Sad
No.
to say, almost 20 years ago, the Bonaventure Historic Society.
Right there will be the.
Right, I see that, but
Okay.
that's.
And then there's one where I took a picture of a whole bunch of different angels.
A couple of her fingers had already been broken off both hands. There was a lot of damage being done, and they thought if Gracie was going to last forever. An angel is seen praying on the side of the headstone.
Yeah, that's praying.
But she's not praying, she's standing. But there is something about that. I'll just take a step over, and
Now, while this is Teleferus, it's not a
No.
prominent. I hate to say that's not a prominent family of Savannah, but it is a beautiful family of
Not in
Savannah
there?
because look at the angel there. Look at the angel's wing already broken off at the top.
Yeah.
You know. Now, was that because a tree branch fell on it, or was that because the damage was done somehow? But again, a lot of our
I guess I didn't find that one.
monuments are showing their wear and tear. Whether the family's still around to take care of it, they've got to be. There was just a recent burial there. Are they mostly marble? Most of these are, yes, they are. Yeah. And most of them are Carrera or Polanco.
No, I don't see that one.
Alrighty.
I could have swore I did see it.
I could have sworn I seen it. Maybe I didn't take a picture of it, but there is a reason why that angel's looking down.
It means something when she's to the right.
But what you're finding, and think about it,
But she is.
Right, but she's
She
to
is
the left.
putting the flower.
Yeah, so she's dropping the flower, which means many blessings.
Right. But the looking down has something to do.
Yeah.
Because you got the one where it says looking up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Or reaching up. She's not reaching up.
She's reaching down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get out of here.
Let's go that way.
All right. Oh, they're going that way.
Okay.
All right, let's go. All righty, come on. All righty. Merry Christmas, Jim. No, your dad. Where's your dad buried at? I Am God.
This way, because I think it's somewhere around here.
Because I Am God, how the spirit box works, it's not like a seance.
No.
It doesn't catch spirits from, say, angel looking down with the arm out. Damn. You know, you should type what does it mean. Because she's friggin'. She's gonna follow us and stuff. But anyway, the spirit box, we can walk. Anyway, this spirit box will only speak to spirits that are around you. And like if we're here close to these things. Oh, yeah, but if you have the cremation with you, that's how this spirit box will react. Another thing, if you had something of your dad's, this spirit box can react to it. So it's not like I said, like a seance. Like it doesn't reach out across the spirit world. It's just one of those that. Did you find something?
Yes. All right, signs of angels watching over you. While angels can communicate with us in many ways, you are always the expert on what the signs mean and how it applies to your life. All right, so a cemetery angel that points downward to the grave usually represents a sudden departure or an untimely death. Angels are often seen as messengers of God and commonly point heavenward as seen to the image above.
Okay, so that was a sudden death right there.
Unexpected, yes.
Right, unexpected death. I got this off of Amazon and stuff. But, I mean, when I got this, I got into watching people's videos. So that other angel that was giving blessings down there with the flowers, which this one looks like it has flowers too, but it's a sudden death.
Yeah.
But before I did this, I was watching videos, and we come to cemeteries a lot. So you really have to believe. Yeah, it's on Amazon.
Yeah.
You really have to believe. I mean, you just can't get this and think someone's going to talk to you, because when we don't hear nothing talking, we don't get disappointed because we know one or two things. We're not trained yet to listen or hear the words, or we've talked to other people that had channels that answered questions for me, or the spirit is just not out. It's just
Right.
not out that day. That's all.
Or they just
You know.
don't want to talk that day.
Yeah. But anything that your dad is attached to,
Then it may
this
not
will
be able to
trigger
share it. Yeah.
a blue light to say his spirit's there, because that's a drastic drop in degrees, whether it's cold or hot. I feel red is like a trail. Cold is right there.
Right.
But it's like I said, you really got to, it's not something that you buy and then you think automatically it's going to work. It takes time and practice and belief. And like I said, when we do these videos, we're doing it seriously. We're not doing it in joking or disrespecting or anything, or trying to prove or disprove. Yeah, so you have a box of his stuff. So yes, his spirit can be attached to that right there. There's the bell. There's the bell right there.
Yep.
You see the bell right there, guys? That bell is tied to the finger of the person that is buried. And they have someone that walks. Let me zoom it out. And they have someone that walks. And when they hear that bell rings, that means that person that was buried is alive. So there's your bell.
There's my
There's
bell.
your bell.
I knew it was
Right there.
vibration.
Yeah.
That's where the old saying comes from, for whom the bell tolled.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And what year is that big thing there? 1888. So I want
That's a
to
lot.
say, like, in that period of time, in the 18 and 1700s,
Yeah.
is when they were realizing that,
People were being buried alive.
yeah,
That's what happened to my great-great-great-grandmother.
because what happens is that back then, if you died, they would,
Or if they had no pulse, they considered you dead.
right, but what I'm saying is, a lot of times back then, if you died on the bed, they would say natural causes. They wouldn't do an autopsy.
Yep.
And back then there was no abomination, or no, not abomination,
Embalming.
embalming. So they would bury you.
Right.
Then some people will come up. Well, when they started learning that people were being buried alive, that's when they attached the bell to the string. So,
And then the string was put in the hand of the person in the coffin.
Yeah.
Or box at the time.
yeah,
I mean, it was just a box back then.
yep,
This way, if they happened to wake up and it was all darkness, they would ring. They would pull that string.
yeah,
And then with it being the dead of night, you're going to hear that bell because it's going to echo.
yeah,
So what happens is then the man that was securing or walking the graveyard all night long, then he would re-break that ground and then get them out of there.
yeah. And there is a couple, I am God, there is a couple of, not here that I've known, but I've seen some videos to where they went to and they had a glass
So you can
look down
into the grave.
into the grave thing. That was pretty wild. And they have another thing. It's called the EVP, I Am God. And what it does is it has from red to green. Green, and that records, what were you saying again? Spiritual activity?
Yeah.
The red and green?
It's the magnetic field.
Like this records heat. The other one records,
The magnetic field tension. If
Right.
it's high or low
Yeah.
or in between.
and that's how you would know someone is there.
Yeah.
And stuff. The glass one, when the guy did his video, he really positioned the camera because it's hard to see because you're talking about 1700s. It's not like they clean it. But when he
Right.
finally got a little view, it was moths, like uh peat moth, or what's moths? Not moth.
No.
That moss, M-O-S-S.
Mm-hmm.
It was green moss, and you can almost see a little skull there, but
Yeah.
it was like, you know.
Well, for some people, the mausoleums, when they have the real decorative doors,
Uh-huh.
that was another reason for that. They didn't want to be buried in the ground. They wanted to where people could go in and look.
Right.
And they always had the sun, you know, and believe it or not, back then, a lot of people did not like the dark.
Mm-hmm.
So at least they figured if they were dead, they were still going to have sunlight. So,
Yeah.
you know,
But
people, I mean, people thought that was kind of weird because, but stop and think about it. They didn't have a whole lot. And in the dark, a lot of stuff happened. You had people coming up out of the woodwork, literally, especially during war times, you know. So being in the dark, a lot of people did not like the dark.
yeah. We just been traveling because we're just trying to get our legs stretched out. Is that a Celtic?
Yes, it is.
But we're gonna be going as soon as we get home. Monday or Tuesday. We'll be back to Dashing
Yeah.
because our next trip will
Tuesday.
be in January. But we're trying to get out, and BB wants to do white water rafting
In the summer.
in the summer. That's one.
That's something I've always wanted to do.
What do you call that?
What?
Like a checklist or
Yeah, that's on my bucket list.
yeah, on her bucket list, she wants to.
There's one thing on
She
my
wants to-
bucket list
she
I'll
want-
never be able to do.
She
but-
wants to do one last adventure in her life.
And I don't care how flippin' sore I am.
And she wants to be buried afterwards.
I feel like I want to be buried, maybe.
Yeah, her bucket list is to go whitewater rafting at our age. Now, this is a baby here.
Yes.
Let's see what we got here. No angel, but there are flowers there. So,
Representing, and you can tell the type of
okay.
flower.
See, I'm in the sun.
Yeah. But if you look at the
Oh,
type of...
Merry Christmas, Canarf, you and your family.
Yes, Merry Christmas. You can always tell by the type of flower. Usually it's going to be either a peace lily or a rose. So, peace lily means to bring peace and blessings, and that's what the infant has. There's another infant next to it. You know, and I honestly don't know how the women did it. I lost one child and about went nuts.
All right.
Literally. And these poor women were losing babies left and right.
Oh, the Mercer.
Okay.
Yeah, she wants to go whitewater rafting in the water.
Yeah.
Now, this is the guy
John Mercer.
that a true life story that they made a movie called Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil.
Yeah.
It took me 100 times to learn that. He is buried here. You have to watch that movie. Like I said, you'll see the hoodoo priest, not voodoo, Hoodoo. They started out as African American priests. Of course, if you're born here, now you're an American African priest, but they ruled the whole East Coast, and they would come here because they don't call these places cemeteries. Yep, that's him. They call these places gardens of good and evil because from 11:30 or 11 to 12 a.m.
11:30 to 12.
is when good comes out.
From 12 to
To 12.
12:30 in the morning is
Is
evil.
when evil comes out, and they would come out here like on a nightly basis.
We always called them gardens because we plant our bodies,
Yeah.
which people find that creepy today, but that's just the way it was.
And it's an interesting story because he killed
Lover.
his lover who was cleaning the. Oh, I'm back. Merry Christmas, everyone. He killed his lover who kept up his property.
Julie, you're gonna have to go back a little bit, babe, about 10 minutes.
Yeah, you'll
Because
see the
the
bell.
bell.
You'll see the bell. Because in that time, the Savannah rich people, they were, it was like a big time in that period when John Mercer was alive. And the rich people, they bought cops, they bought everybody. There was
Yeah, lawyers.
partying and
Oh, you see what someone did? They put
flowers. I just want to see something. If there's an angel or anything here. Oh, here's an angel holding her hand out, looking down.
That means she departed too soon.
Okay. Another
what that
departed too soon. And you got to be careful because there is an angel, the weeper. She has two different meanings, but one of the meaning is if you touch her or you touch the angel, it will bring that spirit back into time and torment it over and over again. So sometimes it's not good to touch those. As pretty as they look and you want to touch them, you don't really want to. Because you got to remember, back then, these angels were put there for a reason.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, in today's time, they're so expensive to be like that, or
People don't believe in it anymore.
and of course is family. Like, people are not as close to the family. We chose this cemetery. We've been here before in the past. We chose this cemetery because of Gracie, because of John Mercer. It's a beautiful, this is one of the most haunted cemeteries. This cemetery has many famous people from Savannah buried here. There's a lot of stories. I mean,
And then you have to figure all the Civil War,
Yeah.
Indian Wars, French Wars.
like right there, up there it says Conrad Aiken. And let me see here.
Conrad grew up in Massachusetts, eventually attending Harvard, where he met his roommate and would-be lifetime best friend, the ever-colorful poet T.S.
But that guy was a poet there.
Oh, okay.
They even have walking tours like they have on their app, and it explains.
Right.
It takes you to all the ones that they have a story behind
And
them.
here you will find some absolutely phenomenal
Yeah.
crypts, like the one in
Like
front
that
of us.
crypt right there is a bunch of bodies from. Oh, I have it off right now because it's a lot of sunlight here. I'm trying to get into a shaded area. Sometimes, like last night, when we were around people, the ghosts wouldn't come out. They would disappear. Like we had one last night by the Colonial Cemetery that walked with us and everything. Then as soon as someone came, it
They
disappeared.
left.
I mean,
And
you
then
can look
once
at that
they
video
walk-
yesterday.
And once
And-
they walk by,
Yeah,
it was
they came
there.
right back. So you got to remember, like, sometimes these spirits are unpredictable like people.
Well, I mean, they were people.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, they're. But I do have it off because I think the last time I turned it on just before. And what happened was I was in the sun, and I don't want to mix I don't want it to be the sun, and I'm thinking that, oh my God, something's here. But we're not going to try to EVP this right here.
Sure.
Because this here has I think this is a military one.
I don't remember.
Yeah. I think that's a military one where they have,
Let me go around to the front right here.
gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it on right here because this is a military one where they have a bunch of bones thrown in there. And we're gonna walk right to it. But then again, you see we have a crowd there too. So let's see if someone will. You talking about 1, 2, 3,
Mrs. Sarah
1, 2, 3, 4,
Moken, Mosing.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people in here. All right, let's see what we got going on. All right, is there anybody here that wants to stand out here with us?
They're doing tours.
Yeah, there's tours 24 hours a day here.
Yeah.
But you got to remember there, you're paying someone to tell a repetitive story. And sometimes they make it more irresistible than what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes,
They over exaggerate.
yeah. When you yourself, you can go online and learn like we do, and just try to remember when you come out here and do your best. And,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not saying like us versus them, but doing a ghost tour, I mean, or walking tour, you're just basically paying someone that's done this for years. But nothing.
Then apparently they're content.
They're content, or the people around them. Is there anyone here you can feel safe? Just turn the light on. All right. Watch, probably as soon as we walk this way, it'll stop us.
Is that the way it goes?
All righty. And then this is another one, the Lawton. This is the family. And then you'll see right there is the Savannah River. All right, Angel, sitting down, flower, looking straight. What does it look like she's doing? Is anybody here? Okay, we got a red, but let me get it into the shade. Ed poured eggnog.
Ed poured me eggnog. He wants to know if I want rum in it. I told him no.
Yeah, that's another thing that
I am God. I'll be honest. If somebody answers you on the EF, I would mean that they have not moved
right.
on to the next life.
Yeah, because that means is that they can't accept that they passed away.
Or they don't understand why they passed away.
Yeah. It's just that they don't,
They don't accept that.
right. Or like you said, they don't understand it. All right, but you see, that's in the sun. I just want to.
Yeah.
If it goes blue, that's a different story in the sun. All right, come on. Come to us. You can feel safe over here.
Not gonna have anything happen with all these people around.
Did you see about that angel? I'll just assume that she's just doing the flowers then. Well, usually that beeping noise with no light means to follow them. But I don't want to walk in there.
Yeah, but he's catering for us.
All right, which way?
Go that way.
We'll turn it on again.
Just go that way.
Okay. I'm going to follow you.
Okay. Merry Christmas, Petra.
Oh, Petra. Merry Christmas to you. All right, we're in the shade, red. Solid red. Now we're back in the sun. And like I said, I just don't want it to be the sun triggering it. But if that thing goes blue, that is not the sun. That is a spirit. That's a cold spot right there. That is a person.
Sadly mine. I hope everything is okay, Petra.
Come on, is there anybody out here that wants to walk with us or wants us to stop and read their headstone? Turn the light blue. If you want us to stop and look at your headstone, just turn the light blue. Oh, her dad passed away. Sorry about that, Petra.
Oh, so sorry, Petra.
There's anyone that wants us to stop by their headstone, go blue. You can feel safe with us. Anybody on this side? Come on. Anyone got a story on their headstone they want us to read? And that's another thing too, that sometimes we'll get a name and we'll look it up online. And it's crazy how you find some stuff that you didn't even know.
Right.
All right, that's a loud ping there.
Petra, you gotta do what you gotta do, baby. Those logs will be there whenever you're ready to see those. I'm so sorry for the loss of your father. That's hard when it's your parents, even if they are ill. And I think sometimes that makes it worse when you know they're ill like that. I know it was for me with my grandfather. What dates are we seeing on the monuments? Those are going back to the 1800s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll read some of those off. I'm sorry. This was this is 1958. 1892.
Now, are you talking about the really, really, really big, like...
But sorry for your loss, Petra. 1938, 1918. I think that big one over there was 1918, so around in there.
Oblique?
Yeah. Now the ones by Gracie's were in the 1700s. So other than that, we've seen what? One 2001 and one 2011.
Yeah.
That was really the most earliest dates that we've seen on there.
Upchurch.
Yeah, the Upchurch family. You can drive through here. That's the amazing thing about this place too. All right, come on, feel safe with us. Go blue and we'll read your headstone. Let's see if someone here wants their headstone read. Now this one here, 1980. And we noticed another thing too, 1999. So we can be getting into the newer section. Wow. But we did notice one thing that
there's an old section
that we seen the Star of David. So there was a big section of I'll say Jewish people.
Yes.
See here, 1957 and then 2004. Mahala Spite. Burkett Healy. Are you here?
I love the pictures on the stones.
Yeah. I'm thinking about doing that.
It's quite old.
I'm thinking about doing that for my, and you could see it looks like there was something new here. I was thinking about doing that when we go to Jersey to my grandfather. Make one of those things up and we'll
put it in
and
there.
Paste it on there. You know anybody in Michigan?
In Michigan, yeah. I know a lot of people in Michigan.
No, I'm saying Like a grandparent or?
No, my grandparents are here.
Oh, in Florida?
My mom and dad's parents are here.
That's what I'm saying. Do you have a picture of them?
And yeah, those are the
Okay.
ones I'm trying to do.
Well, then we'll see if we find, and we'll make one of those picture things and put it on their headstone.
And then I have my.
This is 1976, so it kind of looks like
This
that's.
is more of the.
Is that a Celtic over there?
Yes, it is.
All right, let's go over there. Does anyone want us to stop by and read their headstone? Just give us the blue light and we'll stop. No, not the red.
Well, maybe they're thinking about it.
Yeah.
Oh, she's telling you to go home. Okay.
But it's like I said, I'm still
Just
on the
be careful
iffy.
where you walk.
On the
There's
iffy.
a tree stump in the ground.
I know, but I'm just still on the iffy part with the red right
Okay.
now. Yeah, because it's, it's in the sun. If the last time we did it in the sun was behind the cloud. Look at this guy, Anderson.
There you guys go.
And he must be famous too because he's got that special marker. That right there. Fearless Faithful. Here, 1888. And this was his wife. And there's no year on it. 1883.
Petra, you take your time. We know that's totally understandable, dear.
All right. Yeah, it must be famous because they're pulling it up on their app. And this is the Celtic?
Celtic cross.
Yes. There's a lot of people here. 2016 was the earliest.
2008, 43, 51, 52, 79, 1902.
1883 back there.
1890, way back there.
Is there anybody here?
Military,
This is a military?
right there.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Because I'm in the shade now, so.
1943, 1900, 1895.
So I wonder, oh, this is a family then.
This is a family.
Is it? Is there anybody here? Give us the blue light. There's one. Oh, here we go. Right here. And I'm in front of Frank M. Chisholm. June 12th, 1878, he was born. September 9th, 1952, he passed. Is that you? Oh, yeah, he's quiet too, so he's comfortable. Yep, that's Frank. All right, Frank. All right, you don't have to put the sound on. You can relax. You can feel safe.
And that
You can
one
leave
was
the
in
light
military. Those.
Don't.
Walter was in the military.
There we go.
Confederate soldier.
Now that's a spirit that feels safe with us. The blue light is on. And it's a possibility. What's that one next to you? Oh no, the light went off. Don't.
Elsie.
There we go. Right here, Frank. Frank is here. Frank is here. All right. Let's see.
That's probably his wife.
No, but when I turned there, it went off. Now let me see. Let me see if it'll say anything. All right, sweet ratio. All right.
Well, we're trying to talk to the dead.
That's Waleed. Are you, what kind of question should I ask it? Now that I know it's here. What kind of question should I ask
We
you?
love you too, Petra. You take care of yourself and your family, hun.
Were you married, Frank? Did you serve in the military?
Frank, is Elsie your wife?
Oh, they're pixeled? Okay. That's because I kneeled down. I got close. Who knows? All right, Frank, come back. All right, Frank. Come back to us. You can feel safe. All right, let's back up. I guess he didn't like the noise. But some people said that it was pixel. Did you see any pixel on the phone?
No, I was trying to read Petra's message.
Oh, okay. All right, Frank. Oh. Let me see one more time. All right, Frank. Come on, show yourself. No, come blue, Frank. You hiding behind something? Blue light means that's the drastic drop of the temperature. So that it's a cold. So that's a spirit right there. Blue light with the noise.
Is it on blue?
No, it's red. But the blue light with the noise just means like they're alerting you. But the blue light off.
Right, Julie. It means the spirit is near.
Yeah. But the blue light off means that they're calm.
Right.
So if I did this, that means there's a spirit right here next to us. If the blue light was just on and silent, that means the spirit is next to us, but it's not shooting an energy signal. It's feeling calm to be with us and safe. Now, a noise with no light and we're following something, that will usually track us to a blue light. So it's kind of like follow me.
It's like playing hide and seek.
Yeah. All right, Frank, we're going to leave now. If you want me to stay, you got to go blue. Almost couldn't tell. Okay. All right, Frank. No. We got to go see other people now. Yeah, it's interesting. Like I said, I am God. You look at some other videos and then like research, and that's how I got hooked and stuff. Like I said, it's not something we were taking lightly or anything. We're taking this serious.
Also that, like, I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't wearing anything holy on me.
Yeah.
That's not a good idea not to have that on you. I have my Holy Trinity, which is like a cross. It's an Irish form of it. And I also have a rosary on me as well. That, for the most part, is supposed to keep the evil away. They really don't like anything religious.
And you got to be careful because some people do paranormal, which is different from
What we're doing.
spirit boxing. That's the ones that things move around.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those people, you have to be careful because some of that stuff can be staged. I'm not saying everyone, but if a guy did a YouTube channel and he's a prankster 9 out of 10 times he's staging his, because
Yeah.
every video you have isn't gonna have something moving. You know what I'm saying? It's like our videos. Every video we have, but we're not doing paranormal. But every video we have,
No,
sometimes we don't get no voices, and sometimes we don't get no lights.
that's completely out of my realm, and I don't want to be
Yeah,
doing that.
like you can't fake this at all. Especially if
why
someone has it on, you can't. But someone that does paranormal stuff, and every time you see their video, they always have something move, or, that's kind of like, okay,
That one.
what's that one?
Stubbs. 1838 to 1882.
Joe B. Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
1882 right here. Let's see if Stubbs is around. So that, like I said, those, you just have to be careful. I mainly try to watch the people with the spirit boxes. All right, give me a blue light in the sun. That'll tell me something. Ooh, what was that there? That was too hard. That was too fast to tell. Yeah, I can't remember the people's videos that I see. But I know one thing. I always go to the ones that have the lowest views, because they seem to talk to you. Now this here is just a beep, which usually will lead us to a blue. But it's not 100%. But this is a trail, because when I was chasing, what's her name? What was the girl's name I was chasing? Oh, Jessie May, around her house. All right, BB, I'll follow you. Whoever you are, show yourself, because we're going to walk away from you. Now, that sound there is like a trail. And usually, this will take me to a blue or a red.
All right, now here's a different angel.
All right, we found another, and I see, took me to a red. Now, I'm in the shade, so there's definitely some activity going on. What is the angel doing?
She's
Now it went,
up.
Pointing up.
all right, the angel pointing up.
All right, now give me a minute.
Now there's no sound.
Jesus.
I know that shade on the phone that you put on. All right, let me hold this off, because BB's going to read what it means when the angel points up.
Angel reaching up. An angel whose hand or hands is lifted up means the angel is pointing towards heaven.
Okay, and then she has flowers on the left side, so. And that's
And that means multiple blessings.
multiple blessings to heaven. 1869, this person passed away. Ah, Merry Christmas, Steph. Yeah, multiple blessings to heaven. All right, BB, I'll follow you.
All right.
Because whoever is
Let's go this way, I think.
throwing a...
Nope, let's go over here.
See, usually that sound,
Yes, Steph. Merry Christmas.
usually that sound there should have turned to a color. See, there we go. We got one right here. There we go.
Sneed. This is the Sneed family. So it
All
looks
right, now it's
like
calm. All right, don't be scared. Now, usually that sound should turn into a color when the sound, because it's saying something drastically is changing. There we go. Now we got a blue. Okay. Is there anybody here?
people. Why is that?
How many spirits are here? I heard like a little a girl's voice, but I didn't catch what they said. And it's blue. Do you feel safe with us? Do you want us to stay here for a little bit? What's another question? Right now, it's like I have no questions for this thing, but there is something here. I think the thing is that we ran out of, I mean, we asked so many questions last night. My brain is like,
Cooked.
yeah, because that's another thing too. I am God. It's how you ask the question. You just can't be like, you know, like, yo, what's up, spirit? You have to ask it in a way for it to respond, to understand you. And right now, just from asking all those questions last night, my brain is fried. I can't think of no questions, you know, something. But there is something here,
okay.
and they feel comfortable with us because.
All right, you got it back on?
All right, hang on. BB got a question.
Can you tell me what year it is? Can you tell me what year it is? Are you a boy or a girl?
Let me see if I can change the ratio on the suite.
Yes, we are.
Are you a boy or a girl?
Are you the baby that's here with me now?
Is this Mary? Can you see a name? What's that name there?
Yeah. Theo.
Is this Theo?
He was 9 years and 22 days old.
Are you all together? Is this somebody in the back? Do you still have family here? Do you still have family here? William, are you here? Do you want to talk to us? All right, let's keep the temperature. And that's the other thing too. I am God. You got to determine what is a radio station and what is a spirit talking. That was one thing the lady told us in the May Stringer house.
Yeah, I've seen real ghosts in real life when I was a little girl.
I think, and I have the temperature light on, guys, so if it goes off, we'll hear it. I think when we were our kids, because just like in The Conjuring, but that's demonic.
Well,
But
they say when you're a child or you're young that you are more open-minded to what's around you. You are more sensitive to what's around you. When me and my little brother was about 7, 8 years old, we had moved into a farmhouse, and
go ahead.
I told my mom was sitting on the couch. She was watching TV, and me and my brother were playing in the living room, and we were kind of like playing around the love seat. And I asked my mom, I said, who is that person that right there? And my mom looked around and she's like, what person? And I said, Mom, right there. And she goes, well, what do they look like? And I said, well, they're tall like Daddy and they have dark hair. Well, at first she didn't believe us. And then one day we were in the kitchen getting ready for breakfast before school. And my mom had a loaf of bread on the counter, and the loaf of bread went from the counter on this side of the counter and got pushed that way. Then my mom believed us.
Look at that. There's blue here.
And then when Mom went to go get the loaf of bread, they pushed the loaf of bread back to where the kitchen sink was. It wasn't mean, but it was more playful.
When I am God, to how to determine from radio, from that, it's like, you know, like changing a baby's diaper.
And you're right.
You're not going to change it right on the first time.
Right. Well,
You know.
that and Kanorf said too, these dates go back for some of these people. They may not have spoken English.
Yeah, that's
You know,
true
and
too.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, it's all about practicing. And like the lady was telling me that sometimes she'll play her videos back, her recordings, because she records it on a tape, and she'll play her tapes back in the car with headphones. And then you just got to learn, and you'll hear it. Like when I watch other people's videos and they said, like, it's lightly in the background, because what they do is they go home and edit the video. They'll listen to it, and then they'll type in a very faint word in the midst of all of that. After the question, they'll type it. Now, unfortunately,
And yes,
you know,
truly, that is running through radio stations, but it's on an AM.
and FM.
Yeah.
And
And you have to set the other megahertz to a certain level so it picks up voices if we hear them, like we did last night.
Yeah, it goes through a sweep, a reverse sweep or forward sweep. But it's just, like I said, we're so new at it.
Right.
Like I said, I think it was yesterday at Forsyth Park was really the first time where we really heard communication there. Prior to that,
we heard it, Julie heard it, Domo heard it.
But prior to that, and we don't go back on our videos to listen to see if we can catch it, you know,
Well,
because we're door dashing, you know, and we're
right.
doing video, so you know we don't have that time to do that. But
Yeah.
it takes practice. I am God, so don't think that, you know, you're gonna catch it on the first time. But it's just like anything in life, like a plumber or an electrician. You know, you're not gonna wire up a house on your first day of job and you don't know nothing about plumbing.
Right.
You know, it takes years or
It's
months,
with anything.
depending.
The more you do it, the better you get at it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just know
Yeah,
that
that's well,
and
yeah,
the lady
that's
in May Springer, she told us that she plays it in reverse. Somebody else on YouTube said the same thing, that they sweep in reverse.
right.
But then they also said, if you're not getting nothing in reverse, go forward. Then if you're not getting nothing at 150, then you go to
Go to
250
200
revs,
or
then the
250,
350 or
right.
100 revs. So you got to remember, it's all going to depend on what's generating around you. You know, we're around a cemetery that there's who knows how many spirits have, we got a little one here, are
Bella?
generating right now. Could be different peaks of the time that they come out. Again, according to the hoodoo priests, good is between 11:30 and 12 a.m. and evil is between 12 a.m. to 12:30 a.m. I'm not going to be here that late at night, even with the good spirits. But we are learning. I mean, it took us a long time to learn the colors and everything. So at least we're getting that packed down. That's a one good thing about that, I can say. I can say I'm proud that we're getting the colors and the sound. See, blue right here, and I'm right in the sun. And this a baby right here. April 10th, 1914. September 18th, 1914. Let me see. All right, little baby. When did that one die? 56?
1886 was born, died
80.
1889.
All right, little baby. Are you around here?
So
Okay, you're
this one
red.
was almost 3, so it's about 2.5.
Are you crawling? Are you frightened? And that's another thing too. Like when, see, that's a weird sound there. That's coming from us, right?
Mm-hmm.
I never heard that sound before. But that's another thing. Okay. That's a different pitch that I've ever heard before. And I'm sure you guys, I never heard that sound. But just like 1914, April 10th to September. So what's that? How many months is that? April, 5 months old.
Yep.
So that's another thing too. At 5 months old,
It's still a baby.
right? So it might not understand,
Mm-hmm.
and so it already might be up there. You know, like the spirit
Well,
might not be here,
they say children are supposed to go straight to heaven,
right? So
whether they're baptized or not,
right,
because they're innocent.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, like a baby that's, you know, 6 months old, it could possibly still be here because an untimely death. But what do we have as memories
Right.
at that age?
I don't think
You
we
know,
have memories.
I don't even think the baby would remember if it was alive or not.
Right.
It just probably just, because I'll say one thing, like when we were in that car accident and right before we hit impact head on with that car, that was the most slowest time that had passed, that flashed before me. It was like the seconds slowed down as I was going into the car. And I'll never forget that accident because it felt like I was able to look around and still heading towards the car and going fast at 55.
The last thing I remember is hitting
So,
the airbag. And then after I hit the airbag, I felt so light, like I was floating.
right.
And that's when I heard Bubba say, Mama, breathe. Just breathe. You've got to breathe. Mama, breathe.
Be-
And that's when I felt my chest rise again.
because once we had impact on the car, then everything went fast. But from the time,
Well, for you.
oh, something right here. Because I waved it over here. I wanted to see if this person was here. Are you here, Francis? This person died in 1861. And there's another person in here, 1862. Born in Bermuda of English. Parents in the year 1781. What's the Bermuda of English?
I don't know.
But yeah, see, that's another thing. That's what I'm saying. Like with a baby, the baby probably wouldn't even remember life. It just would go right into spiritual.
Right.
Alrighty.
I feel like that one, there's 1, 2, 3 babies,
Yeah.
4.
Is there anybody here that wants to come up to us?
Holst.
Alrighty, don't go quiet. Anyone want to come up to us over here? See, I have it at 150. Is there anyone here? Are you afraid of us?
That sounded like yes.
Okay, that's why I didn't say nothing. I almost thought I heard a yes. Let's go over here.
And that sounded far away.
Does anyone know what year it is? Do you know what month it is? Let me turn the temp down. Are you afraid? So, a bunch of kids in this one. Do you want us to leave? Okay.
All right, let's start heading back to the truck.
All right, well, I'm following you, dude.
Okay. Because it's already going 1:30.
Okay,
And
we
we're
got to
gonna be
eat.
driving
Says
around.
this does not have to do with
Death. It has to do with being out of your body. When I was a little girl, I was on the ceiling, literally on the ceiling, the popcorn ceiling.
wow. When you're out of your body, you have a full awareness, but no physical body. You can feel your arms, your legs, but there are
The tombstones were pixeled.
feel your arms, your legs, but there were no arms and legs. You're invisible. I know because I experienced it. I had a experience in the house that we're in now, that I had the bed facing the opposite of the door.
It was
And
on the east side of the room.
right, and I would be looking at the door, and I had an experience that I couldn't move, and it felt like someone was walking towards me. And I tried to move my hardest. So for years, I used to lock the door, because every time when the door was locked, I wouldn't get that feeling. So then we moved the bed on the opposite side,
To the west side of the room.
so I don't have to look at the door. But yeah, you're right. I am God. You were right about that.
Well, that was me after the car accident. I couldn't move.
Yeah.
You're telling me to get out of the car. The car's on fire. I couldn't move.
Yeah, it was the antifreeze shooting in. But yeah, you're right. You can have that feeling that
And that's a scary feeling.
it is. And the crazy thing is that sometimes you have a feeling like that. It can be hard to remember it, or it can be memorable, like
Always.
holy, like yeah, like you can just.
It's like reliving a nightmare.
It's like a dream too. Like some dreams you try to think like, oh my God, I had this weird dream, and but you can't remember it, but you
Right.
can remember it.
But
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can feel it. You get these certain feelings, but you can't remember it.
Oh yeah, we could have died. Yeah, if you've seen the video, we had posted the video
Back up. Yeah.
because I have a in-car camera at the time, and it shows the inside and the outside. And yeah, you see the video, and if you see the car, and we hit, and like I said, this big Dodge Charger hit a Toyota Corolla at 55 miles an hour, between 50 55, but
Yeah.
it's like I have PTSD from every time I hear something on the road,
Pow. Yeah.
or pow or a noise or skid or whatever. I think it's like an accident just around me. Like I can hear,
Yeah.
like my hearing on the road when I drive, I can hear a pin drop and stuff. And then I always tell BB, what's that, an accident? What's that? Because that's what happened in the second accident when that guy hit us behind us.
Yeah. We heard a pow.
We heard a pow. We looked at each other. And then next thing you know, boom, we got hit.
And I thought it was a tractor trailer next to us that
Yeah.
maybe one of his tires blew.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you. That time will move so slow.
It's like it stands still.
For that second will make it feel like a minute.
I guess that's why they say people's lives flash before their eyes in a tragic death,
Right.
that they relive their whole life.
Yeah.
And-
like it
and-
goes backwards
Yeah.
to their birth in a matter of seconds, and it'll feel like an eternity.
Which is kind of crazy.
Well, that's why I always say, I mean, you can't tell you're going into heaven or hell until the day you die. Like, do you want to have good memories when your time flashes?
Right.
Or do you want to have bad memories? Because again, that's the last thing you are going to remember.
Yeah, it is.
So I always think about that sometimes. And another thing, you can always, like when you see in movies when somebody is, they're getting ready to die and they're like, I love you, Mom.
Well, let me tell you, with nursing,
I'm just, go ahead.
with nursing, we would get new nurses coming in, and we would have the elderly or even some younger people that we knew when they were getting ready to die. Because elderly people would say they seen their parents, their sisters, like if they had a sibling that they were really, really close to, oh, I seen Mary, and she's coming over today. We're going to do dinner. You don't argue with them. You just say, okay, Well,
Yeah.
what time is she coming? Oh, well, Mary's always early. And then you would have younger people. And when I mean younger, I mean about like our age, between 30 and 50, that would say that maybe their parents are still there, but they see their grandparents.
Right, right.
Oh, I seen Grandpa today. He said he's gonna come take me with him. We're gonna go fishing in a few days. Well, usually within a few days, Grandpa's taking them.
Well,
It's like they have a sixth sense and they know when they're getting ready to go.
right. But what I'm saying, like, you ever see in the movies right before someone dies, they say, like, to their wife, I love you, like that was their last word.
Yeah.
Well, I believe, that your last words better be, God forgive me. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're a person and you're having, beliefs in God and you're too busy worried about, Mary and Joe.
Well, it's different for everybody.
I'm just saying, like, like your last words.
I say if you've been a really shithole your whole life, then you better say,
Right. God forgive me, God. Yeah. Yeah.
You better start repenting then.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if
because
you've made a decent life and you've made other people happy and your spouse is happy and you've had a good life and you've whatever, then it is what it is. God already knows. Okay, but these people that are going out and creating malice, they don't care. Because there's something jacked up in them mentally, physically, whatever.
Yeah, it's like I Am God says. Everyone you love is going to be there.
Yeah.
And you have to remember, God says you love nothing more greater than him.
Exactly.
That's why I just happened to say that.
And I believe, even though I'm Catholic, if you have a strong faith.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You don't have to be going to church every Sunday to have a strong faith.
No.
If you have God in your heart, he knows it.
Yeah, yeah. All right, BB.
All right, guys, we're going to get ready to get back into downtown.
Thanks for joining us because we got to go eat.
And then we're going to be taking the ride into downtown Savannah.
Are we?
And showing you all the pretty houses.
During the daytime.
Yes.
So, thanks for joining us. Merry Christmas to everybody on here.
Yes.
Just in case if you can't make it later. And if you can't make it at all, that's fine. Watch the video.
That's right.
On the replay or?
Replay, yes.
Yeah, watch it on the replay.
Take care,
our
everybody.
next adventure.
Love you. Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.